This video is sponsored by the Call of Duty League. Throughout my life, either through like hockey or even down to trivial things like Call of Duty, I have loved competition. I'm always trying to be the best out there, or at least the best that I can be, though no matter how hard I try, I will more than likely never get to be a professional player for COD, have a CDL spot. I may have been with Team Caliber back in the day, but that was for content, certainly not as a pro player. But the positive side of that is that the CDL actually reached out to me and a couple other creators to partner up and tell you about the upcoming season and everything that's going to be going on throughout 2021. And starting this week with the launch, it's going to be a sight to behold. Today, we're going to be talking about the season ahead, what makes it special and different from other seasons, and what's even in it for us, the non-professionals, you and I. As we go along, let me know who you're rooting for this season in the CDL. Are you rooting for Optic, maybe 100 Thieves or FaZe? Maybe you got your money on the Subliners or the Rocker? Who you got? As well, do be sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. We're on the road to 400,000 subscribers, and we'll keep you up to date with all things Cold War, Warzone, and anything Call of Duty related. So if you're interested in joining the community, I'd love to have you. That said, let's talk about the CDL and 2021. Okay, so what's up with this year? Why do you need to know about the CDL? What's different? Surprisingly, a lot. The biggest one in terms of sheer play, we're back to 4v4. Modern Warfare took a big leap of extending the league's rosters to 5v5, whereas COD had been 4v4 for the entirety of the competitive scene up until that point. Throwing another man in, that stirs the pot a bit, and when you have to take one out, that's roster mania for you, with even the best in the business not being safe from moves. World champion Clayster came off of winning the inaugural Champs event with the Dallas Empire, only to be moved to the New York Subliners. That duo of attach and accuracy, they got moved. The Minnesota Rocker and Paris Legion completely changed up their look and lineup. Even on a larger scale, the league saw some of its own team mania as we got the reintroduction of Optic Gaming, now the Chicago Optic, coming full circle off the Chicago Huntsman name. Optic's previous home in Los Angeles, that's now filled by fan favorites 100 Thieves. It's been a wild offseason to say the least. Fundamentally, things are a little different this year as the entire league switched to PC with league-approved controllers, meaning not only pros can have their pick of the litter when it comes to controllers they can use, but also the game is about to be incredibly crisp this year, seeing the likes of frame rate increases, some more customization options for players, and much, much more, giving a bit more of that technical edge and gains as opposed to previous years. As a PC player, I love to see it. Coming down to the very core of the games that will be played, even this is a little bit different, with three main modes this year being Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, as well as Control in the place of last year's Domination. Control was an absolute blast to watch in Black Ops 4, but I know I surely couldn't keep up with the level of the pros, so watching it is just as good. It makes for a bit more of strategic entries, and holds, choke points, and flanks are absolutely crucial, and sometimes you can just keep the streaks rolling if you box the enemies into the corner in their spawns, something we've seen happen at some crucial moments in COD history with competitive, and to see that return, I'm all here for it. And listen, we're talking fundamental differences, but how about the biggest one? The fact that it's an entirely different game. That should be a no-brainer, but I mean, the changes in approach are definitely huge as a result. We're talking new maps, new weapons, new modes to watch, with maps like Checkmate, Crossroads, Garrison, Moscow, and Raid, perhaps even Express here if the recent introduction were to hold up in the game. We saw that Raid was introduced as a DLC map of sorts and then made its way into competitive, so maybe Express gets that same treatment later on down the line, and I really hope so, man. Inject that into my veins. Give me Modern Optic versus Complexity Game 5, that 0-5 comeback. Without a doubt in my mind, one of the best matches and biggest roller coasters in COD history. But anyways, maps like that, modes like Hardpoint, Search, and Control, sign me up. And finally, some great weaponry in the arsenal, scrapping the Modern Warfare armory and swapping it out for a new set of weapons. Count me in. Sounds interesting, right? But the best part is the real action kicks off this weekend. We already had the preseason events, but come this weekend, it's the real deal. Everything's actually on the line with the opening weekend hosted by the Atlanta FaZe, kicking things off this Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, and 8 p.m. GMT. Everyone's fighting for their points to climb the ladder of the league. The weekend one also has some star-studded matchups that you won't want to miss, like the closer of the Optic Chicago and Atlanta FaZe this Sunday. What's also cool is the newly launched League Play will allow you to check in on games right from in-game in the League Play category. Definitely check that out if you're interested in seeing schedules, highlights, and all things that go along with the CDL as it happens. This season, we'll see a ton of top-tier talent and Clash of Titans in the 5 stages of the regular season, each culminating in major tournaments. 5 stages, each of which have their own 3 home series events with group play to determine the seeding of the major tournaments. Throughout the season, all 12 teams in the CDL will play each week, each gaining points for each series win. Those points then dictate the overall standings and the hunt for the 2021 playoffs later this year. Of those 12 teams in the league, Only the top 8 will advance to the playoffs and fight for the right to call themselves world champions throughout the playoffs, and then of course CDL champs with a thrilling best of 9 series to crown the champions for each major, and then finally cap off champs at the end of the year. Now, I'm absolutely going to be tuning in for killer matches that are bound to happen, but if you're looking for a little more added incentive, COD's got a season-long program going in which you can get things like charms, emblems, calling cards, and various XP boosts, as well as what seems to be maybe even operator skins coming throughout the season as well, as a recent interview with the CDL detailed. But throughout the entire season, you can earn these exclusive items that are absolutely nice additions to your armory. Me, I'm looking forward to those XP boosts, as strange as it may sound a couple of months now into the game, because I'm a little late to the party with Dark Matter and Dark Ethers, so to still have a little bit of weapon XP that I could use, I'll absolutely be looking to unlock those. And on top of customizing how I'll be able to look in terms of that, I'll be able to get things going on the rank up side. So if you're interested in this, you'll just have to link up your Activision account with your YouTube account and check out any of the CDL streams on YouTube as the competition goes on. From there, you're all set for your viewership time, and once you earn those items, they'll be automatically deposited to your account. Tremendously simple. Now, if you're looking forward to things to take part in right now and interact with the CDL, you absolutely can. The CDL is coming back in Cold War and Warzone throughout the season more, and we've already seen some things included in both games, like the CDL operator skin introduced in December, which looks incredibly cool, and just recently we did see the introduction of team skins as well, which are actually pretty great. Not only do you get the operator skin that sports your favorite teams in both the home and away style uniforms, may I add, you also get universal weapon camos, something that if you know me, I love camos, and universal to be able to use them on all of my Cold War weapons in Warzone, and naturally as well in Cold War. That's an absolute win for me. It's not just a blueprint that's linked to one specific weapon, but instead you can use them on all of your Cold War weapons. But you also get a watch, charm, and a few other smaller items as well, and you have your pick of any of the 12 league teams. Choose one, choose all, but you can sport the CDL yourself in game. If you want to stay connected with the action a little further, but actually take part in it, you can end up taking advantage of the new League Play system within Black Ops Cold War. Grind through the ranks of competitor, advanced, expert, elite, and then finally master, and you'll be showing off your skills the same way the pros do. Launched this week in conjunction with the launch weekend of the CDL. It's definitely something that's great to pass the time if you're into competitive, and of course you'll be playing with the entire rule sets the CDL also uses, so absolutely great to take advantage of. But that said, this year the CDL is back in looking to go bigger than ever. Every match matters, adding to the points on the season, and majors are coming back in force. The storylines are set this year. Can 100 Thieves make an impact in their return to the league? Will Dallas be able to pull off a repeat champs run? How much damage can the return of Optic do to the rest of the league? Is it their time? It's going to be a good year, and I can't wait to watch it all unfold. As for you, that's where the choice is yours. Will you be tuning in to the season launch this weekend and throughout the season to watch the stories unfold? Let me know down below. As well, if you are new to the channel, do be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Cold War, Warzone, and anything COD related, especially some CDL stuff here as the season progresses. If you're interested in staying up to date with any of that, we'll do our best to keep you in the loop, so hit that subscribe button. As well, if you want to get connected a little further outside of YouTube, Twitter and Instagram are the best places to do so. If you want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, feel free to toss a follow on both of those. But as for now, that's where we're going to wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. Take care, and peace.
It's CleanX to deal with. He finds the opening. It's 1v1. Running quarters like a millionaire. Did he get the last one he can? The movement on point.
The fine three somehow still alive. No idea how he's done that.
Shami, he's able to put the bomb down. 9-0, make it 10-0 for Scrap. Trying to just hold this defensive line, and here come the Mutants! Scuffy with the through piece. 11, 12, 13 for Skies. And it's all up to just one apathy with the triple. And Clay's doing damage. 4 kills in a row for him. His accuracy finds 2, make it 3. Octane, unbelievable shots from the young man. LaRue with a knife, he gets it! Method